Zach Milewski is a 34-year-old entrepreneur and single father of two children who first appeared on our show because he wanted to find love, but said he seemed to only attract unhealthy relationships.
I'm a single father of two beautiful children, and I really want to attract a healthy relationship. But I tend to get involved in volatile relationships or with women who are more like projects. I definitely want to break this pattern, though, and find the right partner. I feel like it's the missing puzzle piece of my life right now.
Zach has done the work. He is a great dad. He seems to have a great heart. What tools does he need to manage this so he can find the love that he deserves?
Self-awareness is essential as he enters into those relationships, making sure that he doesn't self-sabotage, because we often do that to protect ourselves when we've been hurt before. So you really want to go in with your eyes wide open and intentional.
Being on the show really brought things full circle for me. I've been trying to date with more intention and really digging in to see if things will be a good fit or not.
I met a really cute girl at the gym the other day, and I asked her out on a date.
In addition to meeting people naturally, Rachel's also persuaded me into creating an online dating profile. So we'll see where that goes. Through my coaching sessions with Rachel, I've realized that I'm also still attached to my previous relationship. So we're still working through that. I can't thank Tamron and Rachel enough for helping me along my way in my journey to finding love. And I'm excited to see where things go.
Tam fam, let's welcome Zach via Skype from Denver, Colorado. And still with us, relationship expert Rachel DeAlto. Zach, so good to see you. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Of course. Nice seeing you guys as well.
So, I mean, when you were on the show, you told me about being attracted to unhealthy relationships. What I didn't know is this component about still struggling regarding letting go of one ex in particular and leaving that relationship behind. When did that surface in your conversations with Rachel, or did you know that beforehand?
You know, I think it was something that kind of, it's like unspoken about. You think if you don't talk about it, it's not really there. So the more Rachel and I talked about kind of where I was and kind of processing through things, you know, it just kind of came out, which is interesting because, you know, I hadn't even really told any of my boys. So, you know, it was just uncovered through her good work, really.
Well, you know, that's Rachel, that speaks to when you have an opportunity, a safe space to open up. And sometimes it's not your boys, it's not your girls, it's somebody outside of your life that you feel comfortable sharing. When we were talking with Zach before, he seemed like he had done a lot of work to look for a healthy relationship, but you helped him uncover the X factor, as Lauryn Hill would call it. You know, that X that keeps coming in your heart, keeps coming in your mind, and you can't shake them, but you know you don't need to be with them.
Yes. And it's so common and it's so normal for people when we haven't kind of moved on, when we haven't seen the hope and possibility of new love, we go back to the one that held our heart before. So it's so important to cut that cord, to make sure that we're eliminating contact and we're doing everything in our power, consciously, subconsciously, to move forward.
Well, that's easier said than done. I mean, that lingering, let me go by their social media page. Let me see, you know, that's a hard thing to do. What's your advice for Zach or anyone else dealing with that right now?
It's two things. One, you have to cut yourself off. So do not scroll, do not search, do not go down that rabbit hole of finding their exes, brothers, sisters, everybody attached to them. So you try to stay on top of what they're doing. And also really recognizing, and something that I had Zach do was this cord cutting hypnosis that I had recorded for him, where we have these kind of energetic subconscious attachments to people, and we want to recognize them and cut that energy off so that subconsciously our brains can work with us instead of against us.
Right. And Zach, you have the, I think, very relatable challenge also in balancing being a single dad with also learning to date again. So often when we think of the single parent who's trying to date, it's seen as a woman. But here you are, a dad of two beautiful children, balancing still being a young man who wants to date with this great and awesome responsibility of raising these two kids. How is that balance going for you?
You know, it's always a tricky one, but kids come first, you know, naturally. It's really made me a little more conscious of my time, my free time, and how I'm spending it and what I'm doing with it. So, you know, it's still just always kind of riding that fine line, you know.
Are you happy you updated your dating profile? Has that worked out?
Yeah, it's been working out. I needed the extra shove from Rachel.
I like it. I love it. Well, I'm happy she shoved you into the dating app world. If I were not married, I fully support the safe ones, the good ones, getting out there and putting your profile. So I'll keep an eye out and see who's popping up in the like column on Zach's love list. And we want an update because everyone wants to know how it's going with Zach. So thank you so much for opening up. We really do appreciate it because I know it's not easy to do. And you've been back now 2 times, and we're rooting for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.